Yeah, man. Oh! Give me. All right. Okay. Yeah.
You ain't got nothing to steal. That's crazy.
No, I don't buy products. I don't take everybody else's stuff.
Yeah, we need to get
Today
lighter than this.
is a wonderful day for my
But
Judy.
not like the
Her name's Judy, by the
not
way.
honey blonde.
Judy is getting palm rolled after a week. This week what, 5?
It is like, I don't know.
Week 5?
Lighter than
Okay.
auburn.
The only thing I know Judy has put into her hair is aloe vera, which is not, like we were saying before, it is not groceries. That's a fine product that you can put in there. But her hair is budding very quickly because of the length of the hair, which I tell people a lot of times. The more hair you have, the faster that hair will lock. And her bud is at the top, like all of this is budded. All of that's budded in 3 weeks. What we're doing now is we're just palm rolling to keep it going and make sure that it forms tight. I clip it to the bottom of the lock, as I pretty much tell on any other time. And she doesn't have those wild fuzzy ends because of that length in her hair made it gather a lot quicker and easier. That shorter hair, it just has that problem intertwining sometimes, especially if you have those loose curlier textures. Those things will give you pale. Do not saturate this hair with a bunch of oil. If you're using waxes and all of that stuff, you're going to itch. You're going to have flaking issues because you are self-inflicting those issues on yourself with the waxes and the putties and the butters and all of those other things that are just giving you a hold. Your hair does not need that strong of a hold. It is not that serious. Okay? It's like, it's like double bolting your house down to the ground. You don't live Hurricane Valley. What you doing all of this for? You know? Make it easy. So you can see here, palm rolling it, and it looks like she has a good set of locks already. And again, this is week 4. Huh? Oh, week 5, I'm sorry. But still, this is a month and 1 week in, and this is what we have. Palm rolling your locks sometimes are taking your comb and pulling the lock out, especially when you have longer hair, to help that hair not shrink up. That a lot of people are having that issue too, especially with the way you're placing your clips. That'll make you have shrinkage also. And then down the lock you can have humps and things inside of the lock that you'll be trying to pull out later on too. Another issue that I'm seeing a lot of people are having, you were asking me how to get lint out. Now I can give you a way to get lint out, or I can give you a way to prevent it altogether. Using waxes and all of those stickier products, and sleeping on white pillowcases, and wearing white t-shirts all the time, especially those like collared shirts that a lot of you in school or you have to wear to your job as far as a uniform. That's where that comes from. You have to stay away from those stickier products because that's not the only thing that's going to hold you down in this game. You have to learn hair care and hair ethics to actually make that work. So you getting buildup and lint and all those other white things that are actually stuck in there over a period of time is your fault for using that sticky, gluey, gooey like product. It's not necessary. So cut that out, and that will alleviate all of that lint and white, fuzzy, dusty stuff that's in the locks. I've seen some ways to get it out with a bristle brush, but at the same time you're breaking the lock down because you got to go inside of the lock to get it all out. So just before you have to do all of that, just cut those products out. I understand if that's what you swear by, it's what you think is going to work for your hair because you think your hair is so different than everybody else's, but you don't need it, honestly. Oh, that's better. Okay. Hey, what's going on, people? This is my boy Will. We're here in ATL, and he came by so we can take a look at his locks, get them fixed up, cleaned up. But from what I see, he don't really have a lot of bad issues. He just has a comfort zone that he felt was robbed with his hair. I don't see much breakage here, but I'm gonna let Rob tell what happened over these 2 years of him beginning to lock and everything else. What were you telling me?
Just basically I've been trying to grow them out for about 2 years now. My hair was already kind of long.
You were getting braids or something?
Yeah, I was getting braids in the beginning. Long for a while. And basically, I just decided to go and have somebody dread them up for me.
What was she using?
She was actually using. I'm trying to think of it. It's a lock cream, like it comes in the yellow.
Jamaica Lime.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, she was using that.
And in 2 years, like what have you seen as far as growth, as far as productivity, like
really nothing.
Nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
2 sets of 365 days.
Yeah.
That's deep.
I mean, just as far as the locking. Yeah,
no, that's reality. You know, it is what it is.
But nothing else really.
Dang. So when you had your hair before, what would you say the length of it was? About here. So when you got twisted up, they automatically went to here, this length. And in 2 years, nothing has come from this. This is what I've been telling people about a lot of times, that some of these products will stunt the growth of your hair. Yes, it goes in and offer a great hold and a great placement, and it makes you feel like you got something, especially those that are going in shampooing and still wanting that look like you still got your hair twisted. But they don't understand the two dynamics where you got your hair twisted, but it ain't supposed to hold doing a damn shampoo. That's actually kind of bad. And then you got, like, what is this part right here? She was braiding so these won't break or something? What's going on right here?
I don't know.
And I mean,
I know she underlocked a couple times. And like, I have a braid back here that has actually 2 braids. You see it back there? Like,
yeah. My girl.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to say was she African, because the last time I asked that question, a lot of people got offended, and I don't mean to any harm by it. But what was she? Was she a black girl? What was it? Just a black girl?
Yes.
And it's understandable. But see, my people, we have to get a little more educated in this right here. You don't just go throwing stuff in somebody's head, and then after a set of, year or so, when the person is not really knowledgeable themselves, you can't just go and just say, okay, we just gonna do this like this. We just gonna make this happen. That's not what's up. A lot of people are just saying, okay, I can lock some hair, I can twist some hair, I can do that. No, you can't. Not even if you're not knowledgeable about the products, or you're not knowledgeable about a lot of things. And another thing I can tell here is you have some breakage where you're missing some hair on this side because it's not balanced. You got more weight over here. Have you ever realized that?
Yeah.
And so that tells me another thing has happened. Either she been cutting and didn't tell you, or some things was popping and she didn't tell you.
You know what? She was cutting.
Yeah.
At one point in time, I didn't realize she was just cutting it so much.
Yeah, and see
that's why I lost it. That's why it's not.
And that makes no sense, people. We don't have to cut every single time. We don't have to take the scissors every single time. Yeah, there is some people that I even leave these straight ends right here for, just so that the hair will lock faster. As my love I did under the dryer over here, I left some of the straight ends because I know that those straight ends are gonna tangle like no tomorrow. But as far as just going in and throwing some stuff into this hair and saying it's gonna do what it's gonna do, is not. So now you got huge parts in some areas, small parts in some areas, which is going to result in fat locks in some areas, small locks in some areas. And that's really not going to work for you either over time. But the same thing, we can balance all of this out. We can palm roll it and make it happen. What I wanted to show people is that everybody's favoring that Jamaica lime and saying we're going to do this is the best thing, this is that. But every time I see someone, it's a negative vibe from a Jamaica lime. It's a negative connotation. It's something because no one is ever happy or satisfied with what's going on down the line with their hair. And they don't see it from the beginning because you can't see it from the beginning. Down the line is where you will see those bad results and all of that other stuff. But the cool thing is you came in, we're going to condition the shit out of this, get you going, get you taken care of, and even bring back some hair in this thinning area right here. So no worries, man. Just leave it all in my hands. I got you.